Hey there, Christina here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here today. Thank you for all my new subscribers. And today's conversation is going to be about gratitude. Don't click off because I know we hear a lot these days about gratitude, and it's not just a biblical principle, but it is a biblical principle. But worldwide, people are understanding more and more about gratitude. However, this conversation is going to level it up a little bit for next level gratitude. And I am thankful today. Okay, when you are in intense heat in Arkansas, the hottest week of the year so far, it is so easy to start, wishing for winter and the cold weather and all of that. But those of you, I lived in Rhode Island and New York State and New Jersey, and I know when it was cold weather, we wished for the summer. It's so easy to wish away our day, wanting other things. And that is where we come into this discontent, right? That just like makes us grouchy and grumpy. And so I am encouraging you that whatever circumstance right now, whatever circumstance is not the best for you or you wish was different, find something in that circumstance to be thankful for. And then I also encourage you to think of the other things. And I'm telling you, there are times I have been down and I just been in the mully grubs and the grouchies and all of that. And I would actually like stand in the shower and just give thanks for indoor plumbing, right? Like we don't think about there are still people around the world who do not have indoor plumbing. There are people who don't have maybe money to pay for water, even though they're in the US. And there are so many people that don't have things that we have. And so I am just encouraging you today. Find some things to be thankful for. Find some people to be thankful for. But also a new gratitude that I am looking at is find the thing that you're most challenged in. If you're challenged in your business, if you're challenged in your family life, if there's a relationship that's super challenging for you, begin by giving gratitude for something in that circumstance. I learned this from my friend Nicole to look at those things and every day find something in that to be grateful for. In other words, look at where God is working in your life in those circumstances. And so at the end of every day, or at the beginning, and sometimes it's hard at the beginning, but at the end of every day is a good time to reflect. I actually have it in my calendar notifications, my Google Calendar. It says, where did the Holy Spirit show up today? And that is what I'm saying is the next level. Look at where God is showing up in that challenging circumstance, because I can be generally thankful for a whole bunch of things. I can be thankful that I have a great vehicle. Do I wish we had two vehicles right now? I do. But I'm thankful for the one wonderful vehicle that we have. I'm thankful for a husband that we share it and we work it out and we get where we need to go. And I'm thankful to God for providing the money to pay for it. So there's layers, right, of gratitude. But in those challenging, let's say it's your business. Let's say you're really struggling in your business, whether it's with coworkers in your job, or if you're an entrepreneur and you are, building your own business. Find where God is working. If you start looking, see, this is that reticular activation system, which Nicole taught me about. I've heard about in the years before, but in reference to giving thanks, the more you find things to give thanks for, the more those things are going to show up. Just like when you buy a new car. Let's say when we bought a minivan, we all of a sudden saw minivans everywhere. When we bought a red Jeep, all of a sudden we're seeing red Jeeps, almost exact same one as ours, everywhere. And so when you are looking for the positive, when you're looking for the gratitude, when you're looking for God's working in your life, you're going to begin to see it more and more and more. That's still a work in progress for me. I have a challenge at the end of the day just to get it's easier to turn on the TV and forget about the day, or fall asleep and not even remember to give thanks. But I would just encourage you to work at it. You may forget, you may not do it every day, but make it a practice to do regularly. And it has really helped me. I would say about a decade ago when I started actually choosing gratitude. There's a book out by Ann Voskamp, and it's something about a thousand blessings, or I don't know, I can't think of the title of it, but that book and that concept about gratitude is what changed for me changed me out of some bad attitude that I had. I had a pretty bad attitude for a while there. So obviously I got some showing up. I'm gonna let you guys go. Remember that, remember, perfect is overrated, but progress is where it's at. All right, have a great day. Bless you.